Welcome to Everyday Yoga. My name is Christine. My pronouns are she and her, and today we will be practicing chair yoga. Get yourself a safe and comfortable, sturdy chair, and we will go ahead and get started. Now that you have found yourself a sturdy, comfortable, and safe seat, let's go ahead and just invite ourselves into this present moment. Just resolve to let go of all the stuff that's happened so far today or this week and all the stuff that's still on your to-do list, and just be here for this period of time, breathing your breath and letting go of all the thoughts that are roaming around in your head just for this time. So to do that, the first thing we want to do is become aware of our breath. So if you like, you can close your eyes or maybe take a soft gaze. And just begin to focus on the sensation of the air flowing in through your nostrils as you inhale and flowing out as you exhale. And just notice how that feels. What does that feel like in your nose? You might never have been aware of that sensation before. Just focusing on the in and the out. And then as you focus on the breath here, just bring your awareness to where else you feel it in your body. Are you noticing your chest really rising and falling, the shoulders raising up with the breath? Are you noticing it deep in the belly? Just notice. No need to change anything just yet. And if your mind begins to wander off, if your thoughts begin to intrude, just gently invite yourself back to your attention on your breath. And then maybe at this point you might go ahead and deepen the breath, maybe even lengthen the breath. So as you inhale through your nose, just imagine its trail down through the throat and into the lungs. The diaphragm drops, pressing away so that the lungs can expand, and then the belly kind of protrudes out as those internal organs get smushed. And then the belly softens, the diaphragm comes up, all of the air floats back out. So just kind of mentally track that path. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And just see if you can encourage your breath to come a little deeper, stay a little longer. And you can invite those exhales to lengthen as well. And as you practice this breath, just bring your awareness to the bottoms of your feet. Bring your awareness to the palms of your hands, wherever they're resting. And invite your shoulders to soften down away from your ears. And you might even draw the crown of your head up, sitting up a little taller, pressing a little more firmly onto your chair. And continue to breathe, following the path of the breath, aware of the sensations of your feet touching the ground, your hands touching your body or your chair, your sit bones pressing downward, and the crown of your head drawing upward. And from here, you can lift your heart and drop the backs of the shoulders down. Maybe tuck that chin a little bit to lengthen the neck. A lot going on just sitting here. And you might notice as you're working throughout the day the tendency to just kind of hunch inward. And if you notice that as you are working the rest of your week or doing whatever it is that you might do, just be aware of that and maybe notice your breath, draw your heart up, drop your shoulders down, nurture yourself throughout your day. Let's just have 3 more full breaths here, encouraging the exhale to be as long as or even longer than your inhale. And let's go ahead and sweep those arms out the next time you draw an inhale, sweeping those palms up towards the sky. As they get overhead, bring those palms together, and as you exhale, draw them down towards your heart. Let's do that a couple more times, sweeping the arms out and up with your inhale, drawing them together and down with your exhale. And this next time, let's track the movement of the hands with the gaze. Just watch for your hands and your peripheral vision. Look up to see your thumbs come together, and then track those thumbs as they come down towards your heart. Let's do that 2 more times here, moving the head, drawing the throat up and open, draw the chin up towards the sky as much as feels good on the back of your neck. And the next time your thumbs come right down to meet your heart, let's just bring them to rest. Maybe again, close your eyes. And you might even create the intention to stay here mentally through your practice. Let's go ahead and interlace those fingers and draw the elbows out to either side so that your forearms are parallel to the earth. And we're going to bring those interlaced fingers right underneath the chin. Next time you inhale, invite your gaze up towards the sky. And as you exhale, come back down, chin parallel to the earth, but then draw the elbows towards one another. Inhale, open and lift, again being mindful of your neck. Exhale, descend and draw toward one another. Let's do that again. Keep that tall spine and those feet grounded into the earth. One more time here. Exhale. Elbows come towards one another. And then let's switch the clasp of the hands. So if you're right-handed like I am, likely when you look at your hands, your right index finger's on top. We're just going to switch everything over 1 digit, so now the left finger is on top. And we'll do this again 4 more times. Inhaling to look up. Exhaling, coming back down. Inhale, open the throat, open the armpits. Exhale. Elbows come towards one another, chin parallel to the earth. 2 more. And then we'll release the hands, bring them back down to your body or your chair. Reestablish your tall spine once again. Notice the breath. Notice the contact of your body to the supports underneath you. And then let's inhale and raise those arms up again. And this time as you do, let's rotate those wrists in one direction. Just coming to kind of a V shape here at the top. And then float your arms downward and reverse your circles. We'll do that a couple more times, getting some nice healthy movement in the wrists and the forearms. If you do a lot of keyboarding, this might feel great in those forearms. You can slow the movement down as much as feels nice to you. And we'll inhale those arms up once again. And this time let's stay here and send those fingers out nice and long. Inhale, draw the shoulders up towards the ears. Exhale, bring them back down. Inhale, lift the shoulders towards the ears. Exhale, draw those shoulder blades back down once again. One more time. Inhale, really draw those shoulders up. Exhale, draw them all the way back down. Plug those arm bones into the shoulder sockets. Straight arms like arrows. This is our V for victory pose, and I'm looking in the monitor here and noticing I'm not very even. So if you have your mirror or camera available, you might want to check that out too. It's not really necessary. Maybe it just feels like it's a little bit off. You might make some adjustments to feel nice and centered and long through both arms, but if you're a little wonky, not a huge big deal. One more inhale here. Let's exhale and draw that right arm across the heart, hugging it in with the left hand. From here, let's open and close the right hand, curling the fingers in, spreading them out. Again, just a little more healthy movement in those fingers and strengthening the wrist here. And then we'll just relax the right hand and maybe massage the right shoulder with those left fingertips. Keep the shoulders forward in line over the hips. Maybe use your fingertips and your thumb or maybe your knuckles to massage that right shoulder. Then we'll inhale those arms out to your victorious pose again, and then we'll exhale to draw the left arm across. Open and close those left fingers a few times. Just getting some nice healthy movement in the joints. And then relax the left hand and use your right hand massaging the left shoulder. Oh boy. Wow. You might notice some really tender spots you didn't even realize you had. Just show them a little love. I had my COVID shot last week and it's still really tender right there. Has anybody else experienced that? Let's inhale those arms back up to victorious pose again and then exhale to let them float back down. Let's go ahead and pick up that right knee and just cross it over the left. If this doesn't feel comfortable, you can just cross the ankles. And let's hold on to the right shin here with your interlaced fingers again. You can get the default position. We're going to change it up the next time. And we're just going to point and flex that right foot. Maybe if pointing causes cramps in the bottom of your foot or your calf, you can press into the ball of the foot like you're wearing a high heel shoe and then flex. That can help with any cramping that might occur. And then we'll rotate the ankles in one direction or another and the other. We'll do both directions. And then we'll just rock the ankle from side to side. Find that tall spine once again, lifted heart, shoulder blades drawn down the back. Inhale and draw your arms back out into your victorious pose. This time as you exhale, twist towards the right and let your left arm rest on the top of the left thigh. And maybe bring your right hand to your right hip or to rest somewhere on the chair that makes sense for you. You might just look off over to the right here, or you could keep your gaze centered if that feels better in your neck. Or if you like, you can invite your gaze back over that right shoulder and get a nice stretch in the neck, the cervical spine, the upper ribs, the upper belly. Twists are great for digestion. And they are great for the health of your spine. Let's take one more inhale, finding length in the spine. One more exhale, relax into the twist, or maybe get a little bit deeper. Next time you inhale, we'll raise those arms back to victorious pose, and then just exhale to release. Let's go ahead and remove that right leg from the left and just windshield wiper your knees a little bit from side to side, and then we'll switch sides. Left knee crosses over the right, or left ankle crosses in front of the right. We'll interlace the fingers in that weird, awkward position, showing our brain that we can do things that are awkward and that we're not habitually inclined to do. And we'll point or press into the ball of the foot and flex, whatever feels nicest there for you. And find those rotations in one direction and then the other. And then we'll go side to side. When you're ready, inhale those arms up into a V shape. Exhale, let's twist left together this time. Bring that right forearm to the top of the left thigh, left hand to your hip or your chair. Everybody's anatomy is different. Everybody's chairs are different, I'm sure. So just find what works for you with what you've got going on today. You might continue looking off to the right. You might keep your gaze in front, or you might like to turn back over that left shoulder and get a full twist in the neck, the shoulders, the upper back, upper belly. Ooh, again, inhale, length. Getting some nice little adjustments back here. If you get some natural adjustments that don't hurt, great. If they hurt, back off for sure. But you might get a little free chiropractic work here. One more inhale to find length. One more exhale to soften or deepen, whatever calls to you today. And then we'll inhale the arms back to center, find your victorious pose, and exhale, release and unwind, and we'll windshield wiper those knees from side to side. Let's go ahead and find some leg extensions here. From here, let's inhale and just extend that right leg out. It might feel nice to keep the heel anchored down onto the floor or the ground in front of you. From here, you can inhale your tall spine, exhale to hinge forward any amount, and find a stretch in the back of the hamstring, maybe the back of the knee, the calf. If you put your sole of your foot pressing down to the earth, you might find a stretch in the front of the shin. It might feel nice to go back and forth here, flexing and pressing the foot down. So just see what feels good to you. And wherever you are, we'll take one more big breath. And bring that foot right back underneath your knee. Let's extend the left foot out. Find your tall spine as you inhale. Exhale, hinge forward just until you feel some sensation in the low back or the hamstring, the calf, whatever feels nice to you. And you can keep that heel grounded, toes pointing up towards the sky, or you can press the sole of the foot down to the earth, or you can find that movement alternating pressing and flexing. Wherever you are, find one more full breath. And we'll inhale back to a tall spine. Foot comes back underneath the ankle. Now let's go ahead and find some healthy side body movement. Let's inhale, just raise that right arm up for now. Get nice and long through the right side body. This might be enough of an opening here in the ribs. But if you like, you can inhale just a little more length, pressing your sit bones down evenly onto your chair, and then exhale to tilt over towards the left. Keep that right sit bone down. The tendency is it's going to want to lift up. You can just have this left hand resting on your lap, or you can bring it over to the outside of your right thigh and really open up through the armpit and the upper ribs. And you might be hearing my kitty cat princess. She is wanting to talk. If that is the case, I apologize for any disturbance, but just let it be part of your practice. When you've had enough here, we'll go ahead and just release and come back to center. Let's roll the shoulders up and back and down. And then we'll just inhale and extend that left arm up towards the sky. Getting nice and long through the left side body. One more inhale here, and then maybe hinge over towards the right, any amount. You could add that extra little bit here, bringing your right hand to the outside of the left thigh. You might want to open your gaze up towards the sky. Keep that left sit bone anchored. It wants to come up. And the next time you inhale, let's go ahead and come back to a tall spine. Release the arms down, and we'll roll those shoulders up and back and down once again. So from here, let's come back into contact with our supports, palms of the hands, soles of the feet, sit bones. Come back to your tall spine, drawing the crown of the head up towards the sky. Notice where you can soften the jaw, the forehead. Let those shoulders come down and away from the ears. And then let's extend the elbows, bring the hands to rest at the tops of the thighs or the knees. Inhale, draw your heart through your upper arms and look up towards the sky, any amount. Exhale, bring your chin to your chest, round the spine, draw the belly button towards it, cat pose. Inhale the heart forward, looking up. Exhale, rounding back, chin to chest. Let's find 3 more, moving with your breath. Next time you round into cat is the last time. We'll inhale into cow, lift the heart, draw the shoulders back and down, and then just bring your gaze forward once again with this nice lifted heart and the shoulder blades back and down. One last thing before we wrap up, let's take those feet out as wide as feels comfortable to you. It might not be very wide, you might keep them parallel. You might come to the edge of the chair so you can get them much wider. We're going to inhale a nice tall spine right here in the center. And as you exhale, we'll find some shoulder dips, bringing that right shoulder towards the left knee. Inhale back to center, left shoulder towards right knee. As you go from side to side, you can look back beyond your elbows. You can also press your heels of your hand into the thighs to get a stretch in the shoulder, in the side body, in the low back, in the hips, in the hip flexors. This is really a pretty great movement for when you're sitting and you just can't get away from your desk. Let's do one more time each side. Next time on the right side is the last time. And then we'll come back to center, heel toe your feet back in, and maybe windshield wiper those knees a little bit from side to side. We'll come back to sit fully on the chair if you scooched out along with me, and we'll find that nice tall spine once again. And we'll find that breath once again. We'll finish just like we started. Track the trail of the breath as it goes in through your nose, down into your lungs, expanding the belly. And as it reverses course and exhales back out the nose. Let's stay with that for 5 full breaths. Just breathing. Keep your attention on your breath. And as you do, soften the shoulders. Recommit to your tall spine. Invite your heart to lift and your chin to tuck. Keep your attention on the breath and on the body. And after you've found those 5 breaths, let's take one more inhale again as we sweep our arms up and overhead. One more exhale together as we bring those palms to center and down to meet your heart. In the yoga tradition, there are many mantras, many songs and chants that are sung. Doesn't sound right, but I guess it probably is right. We sing a lot in yoga, but my very favorite is the Shanti mantra, and it goes Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu, and it roughly translates into English as may all beings everywhere be happy and free, and may our thoughts, words, deeds, and actions contribute to that in some way. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Peace Peace Peace. Namaste.